Beautiful day, isn't it? Yes. Well, we are officially in Liyue. I'm sure we'll reach the city soon. For now, we should consult the chef here at Wangshu Inn. From what I can recall, he is one of the best in the area.
He is!
Chef Xiangling?
Here in the flesh. It's been a while since we've seen each other, Master Diluc.
Ages, really. The last time I saw you were visiting Springvale and purging their boars.
Springvale boar is a rare commodity recently. Anyway, it's rare you travel to Liyue for business, isn't it? Chef Mao said he hasn't heard back from you in quite a while. What brings you out so far?
Well, I am actually traveling for more personal reasons this time around. The streets have become more dangerous for travelers recently, and my friend here has very important business in the city. It is quite the pleasure to meet you again on our trip, though. We were planning on stopping by to say hello.
You were? That's really nice of you. We should get to the city at around the same time if we leave as soon as we're done here. I promise I'll make something nice and special for you guys when you get there.
You are too kind, really. We greatly appreciate your hospitality. So, you said you've met the chef here before? What is he like? Is there something you'd recommend we try? I don't exactly visit Liyue very frequently, so I'm not all too familiar with the cuisine.
Considering what you told me, I don't think you're here to stay. Because of that, I'd recommend something light that won't take him long to make. Like noodles with mountain delicacies. They're easy to eat, not all that time consuming, and they'll fuel you properly for the rest of your trip. And if you have any time left over, try the almond tofu. Compared to the chef here, I'm definitely not the person to go for more traditional foods. But he does an amazing job.
That sounds good, but do you agree? This is your trip, so I want to make sure you all are right with it before I make any decisions. Very well. You wait here. Chef Xangling and I will go and place the orders. We've returned. It should not be long before our food arrives. Until then, we should find something to talk about. Idle chatter is not my strong suit, but you seem to enjoy it, so I will partake in it today for your benefit.
Well, what is there to say? I have so many questions, but I'm not sure if it's appropriate to ask. Do you mind, Mr. Diluc?
Mister? I'm not that old. No, I do not mind at all.
Oh, did I offend you? I'm sorry. It's just calling you Master Diluc when you're clearly on vacation is going to get old really fast. I'd much rather address you more casually. But if you'd rather I didn't...
No, it is all right. I was just... vacation?
You said you and your friend here were on a trip to the city. Regardless of whatever important business they may have to handle, I think a trip away from work with those you care about is always a vacation. And even if you don't see it that way, you weren't here on business, right?
You are correct. In that case, Miss Xiangling, refer to me in whatever way you are most comfortable. I am new to relaxation, and I think this will aid me greatly with understanding such a concept. Please, ask your questions.
Aw, you feel relaxed on this trip? That's wonderful! I've heard so many jokes about how reclusive the resident owner of Dawn Minery is that I forget they're based on truth. I think you should try to get out more.
We just officially met recently, actually. During their stay in Mondstadt, they were a regular at the Angel's Share, but they rarely ordered alcohol. It intrigued me quite a bit. To enjoy the atmosphere of a tavern without being an avid drinker, there has to be a story behind it that I have not yet learned. It is one of the many things that make traveling with them so interesting, though I suppose I should allow them to speak on that for themselves.
I see. That It's quite an interesting story. What do you think of Mr. Diluc so far? I'd love to hear all about your adventure together. Rain? Oh, the weather changes the behavior of pyro slimes. I think it's really interesting. Next time you're stuck in the rain, take a look around for a group of them. Who knows? You may be able to use them for a drink.
I do believe that is more of a cat's tail specialty. Do you cook with slime often, Miss Xiangling?
Of course! The more exotic the ingredients, the more unique the dish. Plus, slime can be tasty when prepared the right way. Their texture makes them great for desserts. Alright, my next question is about your tavern. I know you're a well-established man, which means you don't have to personally check on the tavern very frequently. By the sounds of it, though, you're very involved. Why do you feel compelled to check up on things? Is it some sort of intuition?
From one business owner to another, I suggest you take quality control very seriously. Not just in terms of your service, but with the customer's attitudes and experiences. I must say, I almost envy your energy, Miss Xiangling. You are able to turn almost anything into a calm environment, and it will do you a great deal of favors in the future. You're a smart young woman, and I'm sure you know what I mean when I say environment is everything. One smile can make someone's day.
Ah, so it's not the business itself that you worry for, but the people that partake in it. So wise. Okay, last question. This one is for your friend here. I know this may seem like an odd question, but you don't look familiar to me. If your business is in Liyue, surely you've been here before. So I'm really interested in learning who you are. What brings you to Liyue? Are you a common visitor? Do you like it here? I just want to get to know you. Right. Okay. So, you're a traveler? Nomadic lifestyles like that have always interested me. You must get to see all sorts of new things on your adventures. Has anything specific taken your interest? Mr. Diluc? That's not the answer I was expecting, yet somehow it makes a lot of sense. I do agree, though. He is quite the character. I hope the two of you travel together for a long time. That way you'll get to tell me more stories when you come by, and I can get to know you even more. You're both so interesting.
Me? Interesting. I'm flattered. Ah, it appears the food is here. This conversation was rather enlightening, but I do think we should focus on finishing our food and heading out. We should get to the city just before nightfall.
Will do. But, Mr. Diluc, are you all right?
What do you mean?
Your face is tinted red, but there aren't any chilies in this. Are you warm?
I did not notice that at all. Let's just assume it has something to do with the pyrovision.
Oh, I get it. Don't worry, I have that problem too. Alright, well, if everything's okay, let's eat.